Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and today I have an awesome young lady she's in the world of wrestling, but she's trying to learn from your boy, the Panther Man. So introduce yourself before we get to introduce our guests to my internationally known audience.
Hi, babies. My name is Chrissy Tina across all social media platforms. Please make sure that you are following me on TikTok, Instagram, X, and Facebook. I run with my dear sweet faction, the Familia, and we are a group of content creators that is based across all platforms. And all we do is talk about wrestling and our love of friendship and amazing things like that. So nice to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for choosing Dudes at Ringside podcast to learn the ways of the hashtag support independent wrestling. I wish I could just get that like TikTok across the screen. So today we have a young lady that's joining us on the podcast. She's doing big things. She has amazing gear. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to our guest. Welcome to Dudes at Ringside podcast.
Hello.
Awesome. So do you want to start up the questions?
Well, Miss Mila, it is very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. First of all, just so the crowd can get to know you and who you are as a person, would you mind telling us what got you into the love of wrestling in the first place?
Oh, okay. So actually, my dad wrestles. His dad wrestles, and his dad wrestled. So I guess you could say it's kind of like a family thing that got me here.
So we love a good generational talent. We love solid generational talents. Do you feel like it was difficult being the first woman in your family to show interest in wrestling, or were they supportive when you came forward with it all?
Most supportive people. No, it was. I think that everyone knew this was just where we were going to go.
When did you start showing athletic prowess?
I did like cheer and gymnastics like all of my life up until freshman year, I think. Roughly.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I stopped doing the gymnastics around freshman, sophomore year in high school. Started training for wrestling at 16, and then now we're here.
I love that. I love that for you.
That's awesome. So who were like your I like to do this a lot lately on Dudes at Ringside. Who are like your top 5 male and female wrestlers that caught your eye and made you like hooked you in? Who hooked you into wrestling?
It was definitely AJ Lee was my favorite as a kid. Randy Orton, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Beth Phoenix. Oh God, there's just so many different people. I loved Bray Wyatt, The Undertaker.
I do love the fact that everyone that you've named not only was very physical in the ring, but these are some of the best character workers in the industry. How important do you feel like character work is when it comes to being a professional wrestler?
Oh, it's definitely one of the most important things within, like, your character work is what gives people a chance to relate to you and show them who you are and all that kind of stuff.
So like when it comes to like a week of a show, what is like your schedule like? Do you focus on more on like your training, or do you separate it different days? Do you do different things? Like how do you mark your days down before a show?
My weeks are literally never the same because I also have school and everything else going on, so it's very different routine and schedule every week. I never know what it's going to look like until Monday rolls around. I'm like, okay, so this is this day, so I need to probably do this or that. the day before. It's always just looking at my class schedule, where we're at on the road that weekend, and planning based on that.
Now, with life being as crazy as it is, it's always nice to have some form of normalcy. You tend to work with some of your best friends. I believe
I
their names
do.
are Drew Hood and James Johnson, Sports Entertainment Empire. How much does it mean to you to be able to kind of vent to those people that understand what you're going through, like when times get tough on the road?
Oh, they're truly my best friends. Like we talk about any and everything. I'm talking to them all day, every day. We have little group chats. Literally, I'll just be in class and be like, "Hey, so what do you guys think about this idea? Or how are you feeling about this? How are we meeting up to travel this weekend? What's the plan?" We talk all day, every day.
Mm. Awesome.
Do you feel like that kind of a relationship and friendship has had this journey of you becoming a professional wrestler? Has it made it easier on you to be able to handle things?
Oh, absolutely. They are the best support system. We're like any questions or ideas I have, I'm constantly asking them, "Hey, what do you guys think of this? Does it make sense? What can we do to make it better?" And anything like, "Hey, I don't know how to handle this situation." And one of them always has an answer to everything.
Awesome.
I take advantage of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I noticed you have your gear, the X-Men gear. Like,
Yes.
who came up? Who made which one of you guys came up with that awesome idea to
Oh,
have
that
the
was my
X?
idea.
Oh
Oh,
man, that's
I am
awesome.
the biggest Marvel comic book nerd of all time. My room was literally just a shrine to the MCU, basically. Um, there's a Captain America shield on the wall. I have one of the portal boxes from Doctor Strange. There's a baby Groot statue in here. Like there's an Ant-Man helmet over there somewhere. I have our entire bookcase downstairs is just my comic books. Like
I love
my
that.
house is covered in Marvel memorabilia and stuff that I find at like 90% of my paycheck goes to my local comic book store. So
You gotta
shout
support
out to
the.
them. I love
You gotta
them.
you gotta support that. You gotta really gotta support those local comic book shops because they're
We love small business
We
support.
do.
Now, here's something that's going to tell me more than you could possibly know about yourself. I'm going to need your top 5 X-Men, like
Okay.
off the rip.
Off the rip, Jean Grey, Psylocke, Logan, Gambit, and probably Magic. That one kind
Ooh,
of goes back and
Magic.
forth between Magic and Rogue. But
Honestly,
also
all solid
Magneto.
choices. I'm not mad at all. And you saying Magneto, that means that there's a little bit of a heel in you, and I appreciate that.
Oh, I just got James just made me a Magneto is right t-shirt is my favorite shirt. Magneto. I literally am in the process of getting Magneto gear done, so.
Oh,
That's
you gotta
amazing.
take a picture and send that to us. I would love to see that. That's hot.
I'm still getting Magneto and Polaris gear done. And then our next set of trios gear is going to be the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
See, I like it because it's deep cuts. I like it because it's deep cuts. When you said Magic, I knew we'd get along. When you said Magic, I knew we'd get along.
I love Magic.
I see a lot of her at Comic-Cons lately. Like the past few years, people wanted to be Magic. Like,
I think it's because of Multiverse of Madness. Multiverse of Madness is starting to open that up a little bit. So I'm
Multiverse of Madness and the Midnight Suns game. She was such a vital part in that game. Like she was my favorite character from the game.
Speaking of video games, another like super nerdy thing. I'm a sucker for like Mario Kart. I'm a basic girl. I love a good Switch. I love a good PS2 game. I'm a little bit older. What are the comfort games that you play when you just need to decompress after like a long week of working shows?
Skyrim. Hands down, since 2011, like the day it dropped, November 11th, 2011, Skyrim has been I spent way too much money on that game. I'm actually looking at it across my room right now. My grandfather built me a shield from the game in his wood shop. Hands down, always Skyrim. If I for some reason don't want to play that if I want to play with friends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 or 2, they're both really good games.
I love the taste. I love the immaculate taste in video games.
How do you feel about the thing with the you said that you love the X-Men, so what do
yes.
you feeling about them bringing back the X-Men like that series, the 90, is it 97? The one that's
X-Men
I
97.
loved 97. I've already watched it. I'm on my 4th rewatch of it. The X-Men were my entire childhood. Like the movies that came out in the early 2000s. I was born in 2000, so I grew up watching those movies. The X-Men will forever and always be my favorite, hands down. So I loved 97. My dad James would come home from work and eat lunch with us every day, every Wednesday. As soon as he walked in the door, I already had it queued up for us all to watch as a family. Like we didn't miss an episode. And then as soon as he went back to work, I was texting. I was like, "Hey, so what? This probably is going to lead to this." Like, so many different ideas and theories of where everything was going. He probably honestly got real annoyed with it some days.
Hey, you know what? When they love you, that's what they got to do. Sometimes they just got to shut up and just listen. That's all they have to do.
Yeah.
That's like with all the movie premieres. I have reminders set, and like the day they go on sale, I would stay up till midnight.
Oh wow!
Get the first set of tickets. Look, we have never missed a Marvel premiere for Deadpool and Wolverine, and I want to say it's 12 or 13 days now. I got us tickets to the very first showing that day. Like
I love a
we're so
stand.
lucky.
I love a
like,
stand.
Our local theater does Marvel premieres on Thursdays instead of Fridays, so we get to see the movie a day early. I love that. We're so lucky. So I think we're the first showing is at 5:30 next Thursday. So we already got tickets. Ordering the snacks when we get there. So I got bought Deadpool earrings and a dress for this. I love Deadpool too. So
I love it.
It's gonna be a good movie. I'm excited. It looks really good. They
so
gave Wolverine the cool outfit again. That yellow.
I
blue.
popped so hard for the yellow suit with the mask, helmet, whatever you want to call it. I was so excited to see that in theaters. Finally, it's gonna be so good.
I'm so hyped for that outfit. It's insane.
Made me mad. And it's funny. Everybody I know got all like made fun of me as a kid. The one character that got no respect, and I used to like. I joke and say he was my boy. He got killed in the first episode of 97. Morph, man.
Morph deserved better.
I love Morph. Like that was me. That would be my power because I like doing voices, and that'd be my Marvel power. So tying into that question, like that thing about me, if you could pick one power from any of those characters, or you could even pick your own mutant power,
Telekinesis, hands down. Telekinesis, telepathy, anything like that.
She going straight for the big league. She going straight for the major one.
That power,
obviously, yes.
So what happened to
Professor Xavier immediately? Give me Cerebro. That's all I need.
I mean, they have an X-Men mention on Airbnb now, and I want to go just so I can wear the Cerebro helmet. Like, just.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? I want to go to Logan's room and stare at the picture. Take a picture of myself with that.
Oh my god, yes, recreate the meme. Have to do that.
Sitting there in Logan's room doing the meme of myself, staring at. You know, I would have in the pic. I'd add a picture of Joe Henry in the picture. Have me staring at Joe Henry. What is Joe staring at? Joe's staring at Joe Panther is staring at Joe Henry.
Yes.
Speaking of Joe Henry, you being on the indie circuit, the usual goal, the end game, is to end up in one of the bigger companies. If you could interject yourself into any of the major storylines that's going on right now across any of the major companies, which storyline would you drop yourself in the middle of?
So I don't know if it's like it would be a major storyline, but like the stuff that Tatum Paxley's doing, it's just giving me early like Mickey James and Trish Stratus vibes, and I would just love that.
You love Tatum Paxley. So you like the darker aesthetic, you like, the more drawn out, like more character-driven characters.
Yes. Anything like that, like the long-term story she's been telling of like this little stalker gimmick, like I think she's all going to circle back around to that women's title that she was after the first time.
As she should. And In terms of, once again, like major women's wrestling, who do you have your eye on in terms of people that you would like to work with eventually?
Oh my God, there's so many people. Masha, Jordan Grace has always been up there. Love to wrestle Tatum. Like AEW's got so many girls. Willow, I love to wrestle Willow Nightingale. Um,
She's really nice
just
here.
she's a sweetheart.
She's
I
funny, I
do.
hear too. She's really funny in person.
She is. I can. She's also like takes you under your wing. I was backstage at AEW. Like this was probably a year ago now. I'm really bad with dates, so but yeah, I was backstage and I didn't know where to go. Well, I think she could tell that I was lost, and she was like, "Come on, baby, I got you. Let's go. Just follow me around. We'll hang out all day." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." She was so kind.
It's so nice when you meet your heroes and they actually end up being
Absolutely.
great. Oh, thank goodness. You just made me be able to go back to my group of friends and be like, I have proof. She is nice.
She is 110% can confirm.
I could see you wrestling like a Danny Moe or like a
We've wrestled once before. Would
I
love
love
to
Danny
wrestle
Moe.
Danny again. She's such a sweetheart.
Oh, she sees me and she does that big Danny Moe, like that big Danny Moe, like the Cheshire Cat smile. When she sees
Yeah,
me.
like the big cheesy grin of hers. I love
Oh
it.
my gosh, because she sees me so much, and Facade always does this. He goes, Joe, what up, man?
Yeah.
It's like because I'm if it's not hot, I'm wearing a suit coat. I wear like a either a blue suit coat with a little lapel or a green one. And if I'm wearing the green one, he's like, "Yeah, man, yeah, Joe, yeah." I'm like, "I could be your manager. I'll be my dream. I'm wearing the green coat. Bobby the Brain.
Networking is networking, honestly.
I mean, it's right there. The colors match.
Yeah, he's neon ninja. Like it's green. You just give me a T-shirt, I'll wear it.
Yeah, what do we need to do?
Shoot me a T-shirt. I promise I'll wash it and I'll mail it back to you. No, you want to keep it? I can keep it.
Mail
No,
it back to you as well.
I'll wash it and send it back. No, $25 to wear your shirt. Well, support the indies. You go.
Now, Mila, you being a women's wrestler in a mostly male faction, what is your opinion on like intergender wrestling?
Intergender wrestling is my favorite.
Do you feel like it
Hands
needs to
down.
be put more as a prevalent thing on mainstream television?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women learn to do the same thing the men's do. So why can't we wrestle the men? Like we wrestle like them. We throw we do everything they're learning to do. We're taught the exact same things. So why are we like? What's the difference in it? What is the difference in me wrestling Ericademia or Brittany Jade, or if I want to go wrestle even James or Drew? Like, I don't see the difference in it. It's still two wrestlers going out there, having a match, telling a story, and coming to the back.
Now, we asked you before which women you wanted to work with. In that same vein, which men would you want to work with in terms of working a match?
So ever since my dad, James, and I started tagging, the one match I've always asked for is the Workhorsemen. So JD Drake and Anthony Henry. I've been begging him for this for years. Uncle Drake knows that though. Talked to Uncle Drake about it. But Chip Day, I finally did. I'd have a tag match with Drew Adler. Would love to have a singles with him. Of course, I would love to wrestle Ethan Case. I've wrestled Rayhan Anteas. He's amazing. Would love to run it back with him. I've done a tag match with Cam Jackson, but I've never had a singles with Cam, which I think would be so much fun. He's so entertaining. I want to wrestle John Davis really bad. I love John Davis. Would love to wrestle him. He's such a good dude. I already said Chip Day. Jay Rios. He's phenomenal. There's so many good talents out there. Like the indie scene, I think is probably, I won't say it the best that it's ever been, but there's definitely not a shortage of talents. We are very lucky of how many places we have to work now. Like, and the amount of people there are out there. It's just we're in a like indie wrestling is doing very well.
I personally think the indie scene right now, since COVID, has been like, it's in a good resurgent right now, and
Absolutely.
and there we go. This is like tying like my question for you. Like, is there like a limit what kind of match you would like to do? Because there's always thing out there with the deathmatch scene. If a wrestler, a promoter came up to you and asked you, would you be willing to do a deathmatch with Masha? Would you do
Yeah,
it?
let's go. I love doing no DQs, street fights. So yeah, I'd absolutely, hands down, no thought into it, do a death match with Masha. Let's go.
Okay.
She's fearless. I like that. She's fearless.
What weapon would you grab first? What would be the first weapon if you're coming out like
Oh,
New
trash
Jack?
can.
What is in your garbage can? What is weapons that you're
Oh,
talking?
the trash can itself. I love using a trash can. Trash cans, kendo sticks are always my go-to.
That's solid. That's solid. I'm a thumbtacks girl.
I
I'm a
do
thumbtacks girly
know for
myself.
sure.
I do every now and again love a good pane of just broken glass. That's
Okay,
just me though.
I do love thumbtacks. Those are so much fun.
If I do have a kendo stick, I need to have like a pink bedazzled kendo stick. That's just
I mean,
personally me. If we're gonna decorate it, we're gonna decorate it. It's gonna end up covered in blood either way. So honestly, just color preferences.
yeah, I get it. I do love my kendo stick. It always makes me like my brain is just so wired into video games and comic books. I always just relate like, oh, it's a sword from Skyrim or it's Magic's sword. Literally, like, it just ties back into my favorite characters and stuff. Always what I feel like when I carry the kendo stick out, or like Psylocke's daggers. Like it just everything ties back to my love for comic books and video games.
So tying into that, when you work through a match mentally, do you run it literal bell to bell, rope to rope, or do you disassociate a little bit and see yourself as that Skyrim character, as that X-Men?
I feel
Do
like
you
it's a
let
little bit
yourself
of both.
daydream a little bit?
It's a little bit of both. There are points I'm definitely like so focused in living in the moment, and other points I'm just like thinking, yep, okay, this is how this would be totally if it was yeah. Definitely disassociate a little bit, yeah.
I love that. I love that. We love a good solid imagination in the wrestling world. That's what makes it work.
It is. My imagination runs wild when I'm wrestling.
And honestly, like seeing your work for how young you are, you're honestly incredible. Seriously.
Thank you. You're too kind.
And just speaking as, because Joe, my dear friend over here, is helping me learn more about the indie scene.
Yes.
I was one of those kids where we were not allowed to watch WCW because we were a WWF house. It was that strict. So now being able to learn about these different people and these different places and people such as yourself, Mila, and the amazing work that you do, honestly, you're incredible. And speaking as someone that didn't have a lot of women to look up to, knowing that there's young kids out there looking at you, young women out there looking at you in these stands on social media, seeing how you work and how you move, what would you say to someone who is a fan of yours, uncertain of possibly whether or not the industry would love her in return, and she's hesitant to start? What would you say to that fan?
Go for it. Like I was very scared, very shy when I first started training. Even before then, like I was never the kid in school who went out and made friends. I didn't start making friends until I started wrestling. Wrestling changed my life. Like changed like it gave me a sense of confidence I never had before, and I never would have found any of that unless I just went for it and showed up to class one day and like, okay, let's see what this is about. Like worst comes to worst, it's not for you. It's not like you try it, it's not the love that you thought it would be. Okay, at least you went for your dreams. You can live the rest of your life without regrets, man. You'll never know unless you just shoot for the stars and take a shot. Like go for it.
Awesome.
What's stopping you from trying and achieving your dreams?
Speaking as that 12, 13-year-old girl, Mila, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for going out there. Thank you for being brave enough to take that shot when not a lot of us did, not a lot of us could, and knowing that there's young women out there that can see someone such as yourself go out there and live her life and be successful in whatever way success means to you. That is an incredible feat, and honestly, thank you for what you do, wholeheartedly.
That means a lot. Like, yes, it's hard, it's scary, it's gonna be, but it's worth it. Just like I've been there. I know how hard and scary taking that first step can be. It'll pay off. It'll be worth it.
So
You'll find the best people in wrestling, like the most supportive people.
yeah, wrestling could be really supportive, or it like I know, like for you, when you started your journey in the wrestling world, like what was it like the first time you went through the curtain, like your very first match? Like, what were you thinking? Like, did you have to go back and take a breath? You knew that you were ready to go through that curtain, or what
Oh,
did
I
it
was
take?
absolutely terrified. It was the most surreal but like scary feeling. Uh, I remember I had a panic attack like right before I went out, and then the music hit, and I was like, okay, well, it's do or die now. We have to just go for it. Took the step out, about cried. I was like, okay, well, we just have to get through this one, and then the rest will not be this scary. No, it's still just as scary, but like very surreal feeling. That entire day was just a roller coaster of emotions because I started training in March of 2016, I think. I didn't have my first match until October of 2018. So after I turned 18, a couple months later, it's insane. Just like, okay, yeah, I wanted to do this since I was a kid. Oh wow, the day's actually here. This is real. This is happening. We're doing this today. Okay, yeah, I've got like 30 seconds. Oh wow, we did the thing. And then we went to Steak and Shake and I cried. It was great. We got M&M milkshakes.
Right, the hashtag cry. I should put that on the post on the Instagram hashtag crying in my milkshake.
I love
Honestly,
a good milkshake.
sometimes you need a good milkshake cry, okay? We're not here to judge. Sometimes.
It was happy tears. Happy tears. Like
What kind of milkshake was it? Because I love me
M&M.
some milkshakes.
It was knowing myself was either an M&M or Oreo. Those are my two favorites.
Those are
Okay.
delicious. I am a
I'm
sucker
a
for a good
strawberry
Oreo
boy.
milkshake.
So.
Like I might go get an Oreo milkshake when we're done with this.
Honestly, girl, listen, DoorDash is already queued up. I got it on the side. I'm ready to go.
But like I could also go to Cookout and get it, and that way I can get dinner and like two birds, one stone. Yes, ma'am.
You got
Honestly,
DQ by
girl,
you? Because
time
DQ is always
management.
good.
Time management. We are booked and busy. We got things to do. Do the absolutely smart girl. We love that.
I've got homework I need like pre-semester homework I need to get started on. Classes starting in a couple weeks. I
And
need to finish
she's a
registration.
student who puts education first. Literally,
Yes.
your procrastination does not matter. She is
Oh no, I
a
procrastinate everything.
who
Don't
does
get
like schoolwork still.
Ow.
I
Yeah, no,
haven't
I absolutely
swept
procrastinate
my living room
everything.
yet. I'm ashamed.
I waited till the week before to submit all of my FAFSA
Oh, no.
and application this year, but it's a long story as to why. Like, there's some, yeah.
Yikes.
It's just because I had to pick a major this semester because I'm going into my like junior year, and I'm like, okay, kid, it's crunch time. Pick a major, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't like decisions, so here we are.
Oh no. Oh no, the tablet's broken.
No, Mama, you made the deadline and you did it. You're doing
I
it.
did.
You're successful, and I'm proud. Love that.
A lot of procrastination later. We picked something, so we're gonna see.
So speaking into this, the nerves of Gorilla, the release of tension after you finish a match, school, the pressures of school, the pressures of being a college student. How do you disassociate from it all? Like, what is your routine in terms of decompression after a long day, after a long match? You just need something to recenter yourself. What do you do for yourself?
I'm a big music person. I constantly am walking around with my AirPods in. I'm a good sucker for TV shows too. Like anything, like I can just turn on, have background noise, and constantly have some kind of background noise going on. Doesn't matter really what it is. Music, rewatching TV shows. But yeah, I would either turn music on, or a TV show, and I'll just either play video games, read a comic book, or just take a nap. I am a sleepy girl. I love my nap time. Like, naps, so important.
Honestly, we love a good cozy queen. We love a good, just solid fleece
I'm literally
blanket.
wrapped up in my favorite blanket right now. So.
As you should be. As you should be. Last 5 songs that you listen to.
Oh God. Probably Sugar by Sleep Token. That one's been on repeat a lot lately. Down Bad off the new Tortured Poets Department album. I've been re-listening to a lot of Asking Alexandria because they're coming close by to concert later this year, and I really want to go. Fall Out Boy, I listen to a lot of I love Fall Out Boy. Ice Nine Kills, been listening to a lot of their stuff lately. My music taste changed, like it's so random and all over the place because one minute I'm listening to Ice Nine Kills and the next minute it's Riley Thomas and it's like Cowboys do cocaine, and then I'm just like, yeah, this track's like, let's go from screaming to country. Yeah, that actually is
honestly, it's a girl after my own heart. My playlist is polyamorous, as my best friend likes to say, and it goes from Broadway soundtracks to like Skrillex to Chingy to other various things. And sometimes, you know, like the multiple voices in your head, they all have different music tastes. You got to satiate all of them.
We love a random playlist. Like I've got playlists that will go from heavy metal to now we're doing Disney sing-alongs. What up? Like, you just never know what you're gonna get when you hit shuffle on my playlist.
Yep. Mine is old school WWF, then it goes into like Seven Dust, Metallica, Tool. It gets really dark with Tool. It's 46 and 2 comes on, and I'm just like, where's my sketch pad? I gotta draw. I got some creepy pictures in my brain right now. I don't know what to do. Dad, don't talk to me for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, leave my ring lights on, and I need to doodle this scary picture of the demon that I'm drawing that's coming out of my body as I need to draw it.
It's all the pins up the ground.
He's like, boy, you need to put on some wepa music on. You need to get that out of you. Get a blessing on you.
Just church music, honestly, just to get the demons out.
Yeah, I need to put some Kurt Franklin on and start singing some Kurt Franklin.
On your Instagram page, it states that you know you are very religious. Do you feel like that style of faith aids you in being able to, you know, like handle this kind of an industry a little bit better?
In ways, like before every night, James is my best friend, like my dad, my best friend, whatever. We have a pre-match ritual. We will always find each other. We'll do our handshake and then we pray, no matter what. And then before every match, after every match, like I'll pray on my way to the shows, on the way home. I definitely would say I feel like it helps me out a lot. It is like, I don't know, like how I use it as a way, like prayer is like how I get my anxieties and stuff out before a match. Like it's always just been like, hey, this is what helps me calm down. Like I feel like this is my safety blanket. Like having that couple minutes to just talk to God before I got there and wrestle is like always been really good for my mind and like mindset going into a match. There was never been a match I haven't prayed before.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you being so honest with us because, you know, like we talk to different people from all walks of life, and it's nice knowing that, you know, like everyone's able to do what they need to do for themselves, whether it be religion, whether it be spirituality, whether it just be faith. And, you know, like we can learn more each other about it and just, you know, like talk about it. And it's nice to know your side of your comfort levels and your story.
Like I know it's something that's very important to me in my life and every day, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and it's not my place to shove my thoughts and like beliefs and what I grew up believing down somebody else's throat. Like I'm not a perfect Christian. I know that. I don't go to church every Sunday, but I still like have my Bible. I read it. I believe it. I believe in God. Like, but it's not my place to shove that down anyone else's throat. Like we can talk about it. I want to hear your beliefs. I'll tell you mine, but I still respect your beliefs, and like whatever you believe is cool. I think it's dope. I love learning about other people's beliefs and religions. Like, cool, let's talk about it. Let's see how these compare. Like, I don't know. I just think that's just something really cool that I get to do with wrestling is learn what other people believe in and their thoughts behind stuff. And like I love learning that about people. If that makes sense. Like let's talk about it. Like, yeah, like I don't know, it's just really cool to me seeing how other people like grew up and what they were taught and what they believe.
Do you feel like pro wrestling's like opened up your world in terms of who you get to interact
Yes.
with?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. And I think that has probably been my favorite part about wrestling is the travel, like getting to meet new people and travel all these other different places and see other cultures and other people are raised and what life is like for them there. Like all that. Like I love getting to travel and experience like the whole world and different walks of life. It's so cool to me.
So what's like been like the furthest? I keep crouching down like I have to get in like during the radio show. Like what's what's like the furthest you've ever traveled? Because I'm from PA, she's from New Jersey. Like where have you? Like what's the furthest like east you've ever been?
East is that way, right? Like
I'm in a basement, so
it's WE, so it should be this way. If we're going like theater, camera left, it should be this way.
Dang it! I always do it when I'm pointing
so
out.
bad at like directions and geography. I've been to Ontario. I've been to Colorado. Was it Colorado? No, it was Minnesota. It was Minnesota. Been to Minnesota. Been to Ontario, Arkansas, New Orleans, Florida. Like all up and down the coast. I've been to New York. I really want to get back to New York.
Oh, girl, I got you. The next time you come to New York, I'll take you out. I got you.
We literally just drove through as we were going to Canada and like going to like Times Square and like the Upper East Side. I'm a huge Gossip Girl fan, so I want to go to the Upper East Side because
girl, who's your favorite? I need to know right now.
Chuck Bass. I loved Chuck Bass. Like
problematic, and I love it. Problematic because I'm a Blair girl.
Chuck and Blair, like I love them.
I sensing besties here. Like this.
We're gonna talk after the show. Absolutely.
Like okay, but who is your least favorite character?
Georgina.
Yes.
There's only one correct answer.
There's only one correct answer here.
It is Georgina.
Okay, we love this.
We're gonna vibe. I got you. I'll take you out. We'll take you to where the good food is. I'm not taking you to Prince Street Pizza, where all these like gentrifiers are coming in. No. I got you. We'll take you to good places. And also, what is the best food you've had at a place where you like visited randomly?
Okay. So road trip tradition, me and my best friend have, remember where we're wrestling. If it's somewhere new, we've never been there before, we find a local pizza place and we get pizza. It's the only food I try when I travel, which I probably need to like try other foods, but I'm very picky eater, so pizza. There's a place, we went down to Florida for Fest. We were literally just going to hang out because I wanted to meet Effie. Like that was the whole reason we drove to Florida. I wanted to meet Effie. James has told me so many great stories. So yeah, we ride down with our friend Cutshaw. We go to Fest, whatever, while they're like waiting for the show to start and stuff. And there's a pizza place like right across the street. So we walk over there. It's called 5 Star Pizza. I will never forget this. 5 Star Pizza. It was the cheesiest, greasiest pizza I've ever had. But for some reason, it is to this day will be the best pizza. I literally ask all the time if we can just make that drive back to Florida just to get this pizza. We haven't done that yet, but maybe one day.
I got to get you to New York, New Jersey immediately because it is blasphemy that you said that Florida has the best pizza you've ever had.
I'm sad that the Long Island.
I gotta. It's not your fault, baby. It's not your fault. You don't know. You haven't been here. I got you. Pizza.
But like James, my best friend and I, we have the promise we wouldn't try it without each other. So the one time I was in New York, I was up there with my grandparents and like, what do you want to get for dinner? You want to order pizza? I was like, absolutely not. My best friend is not here. We said we were going to try this together. So then we went and got cheeseburgers.
I'll ship him pizza. Like Gold Belly's a thing, girl. I'll ship it to him. I got y'all. But there is no way as a red-blooded Bronx girl that I'm going to let you say on this Beyonce's internet that Florida has the best pizza you've ever had.
Again, my Long Island
Gators are, girl. No,
the inner child of me is screaming somewhere. The inner Joe, younger Joe, 18-year-old Joe is screaming, like grabbing the sides of my body, going, "Why, God, why?" No.
We got you, girl. I got you.
There's
Especially,
some good.
especially you being as boss as you are. I'm gonna make sure that you get the
He
good.
deserves
stuff.
it.
I
I
got you.
love that. Like pizza's probably one of my favorite. Like pizza and chicken nuggets are like I live off of those.
Oh yeah. You and Dirty Dom will be besties. Chicken nuggets.
Do you at
Listen,
least sauce
I'm
your
a
nuggets,
picky
girl?
eater.
Do you put
Like
sauce
I have
on
a
your
lot of
nuggets?
like sensory issues with food, so like if I find something I like, I will eat that till the day I die.
Honestly, girl, ADHD, same. Me, same.
Girl, the ADHD is real.
It's real.
It is. It is.
Out here in these streets, Mila. Do you sauce your nuggets or are you a psycho like Dominic Mysterio?
Oh no, I sauce the nuggets, sweet and sour
What's the
sauce,
sauce?
ranch, barbecue. Like it depends on the mood and where
There we
it's
go.
from.
There we go. That
Like
is a
certain
mentally
sauce,
sane
like certain
human being.
nuggies only get certain sauces. Like
I'm weird.
Agreed.
Sometimes I want
Agreed.
hot
But at least
sauce.
there's a sauce involved because you are not a serial killer. And
I'm
I'm
not a
so
serial
proud of you
killer.
for that. Congratulations.
oh my god, thank you.
But could you eat that many nuggies? Like, what was it, like 10, 20 nuggies he had on that bowl, that tray?
Listen, we're lucky if I finish a full tank. Like especially if there's fries, we're lucky if I finish my 10-piece. I'm a sucker. I love French fries though. Like potatoes. I've never met a potato other than potato salad that I didn't love.
You are the most girl's girl I've ever met, and I'm going to adopt you immediately. I'm so sorry.
Beautiful.
All I had to hear was carbs, gossip girl, and sauce nuggets. I'm there.
Like
I guess
literally, that's all I
can I
want to do.
hang out
I
when
just
you
want
girls
to
are
come home
together
with
if
my
I'm in New
nuggies and my
York?
potatoes and
Legitimately, like whenever you start doing like monthly like merch boxes, sign me up. Put me on the pre-save list.
I actually just dropped new T-shirts yesterday.
Girl, who you telling? I got you up on my Instagram, sis. I got you up on my Instagram right now saying that you just dropped 4 new designs. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was
I'm not
literally
sure if you
yesterday.
see this boss merch. Can we talk about this?
Yes, please.
We love a
Oh my
good
God, I
solid
love them
Loki
so
moment.
much.
I'm here. I got it ready. When I say that I looked
Oh
you
my
up, I
girl,
meant that I
hit
looked you up.
clutch.
Yes.
We love talent out here. What was the inspiration behind the design for the new merch?
So we're literally driving to Florida, and my mom, it was me, my mom, and my friend Raylan. So we're all just driving to Florida because I had Shine, and she just randomly for the back seat is like, "Hey, who are your like 3 like if you had to pick 3 favorite Marvel characters, who would they be?" I'm trying to do Christmas shopping, and I was like, I literally whipped my head around. I was like, "You cannot ask me to pick just 3. You know me better than this." And then I just started randomly listing off a bunch of characters, and the first 2 I said were Loki and Magneto. I was like, but obviously I'm a sucker for Deadpool. I have the keychain, like, but I have the earrings, the dress, like, hello. And then 45 minutes later, I get a text from my best friend James, and it's those 3 new designs, and I was like, and then I just started sitting in my front seat crying. I was like, these are so cool. And then I turned back to her. I was like, you lied to me. This wasn't for Christmas. She was like, I had to be sneaky. It was so funny. I was like, I was literally planning on getting new t-shirt designs done when I got paid next week. So
honestly, girl, like the PayPal's already been linked. I'm so ready.
I'm
so
so
good.
excited for these. I'm so ready to have them at the table. Like pre-orders are still open. Like let's go. I'm so excited for these.
So if y'all aren't already, please make sure that you're following Miss Mina Johnson on the socials, on Instagram. All of her information is on her page. It's a solid shirt. It's a good design. There's like, honestly, you need it. You need it. Buy it. Your body needs it. Treat yourself. Treat yourself.
We love it.
Shine's a good
We love a
promotion.
little treat. I love Shine Wrestling. I have so much fun there.
I know a lot
Such a good
of
little crew.
female wrestlers that wrestle in Shine. Like T Gaines is there.
I met her for the first time this weekend. She was such
Oh
a
my
sweetheart.
gosh, you would love her. Everybody needs to know T Gaines. She's one of these girls. T Gaines
She's a girl's girl. I love that about her.
Mhm.
And she's very sweet. She's a Southern girl. She's
Yes.
one of these, and she'll hit you with that cowgirl Southern girl talk. She'll be like, yeah, and you're like, huh?
Oh, I heard her
We need
accent. I was like, oh, you're one of my people. You talk like me. Hello.
Now, Mila, when you said, oh, go ahead, Baba.
As I said, Quadzilla. That's what T Gaines'
Yes.
in ring name is. Quadzilla.
I love it.
I can never. I don't have
Imagine
enough
her singing
quad Quadzilla at the end of. I wish. I got to work on that. But Mila, you were saying that T Gaines is a girl's girl. A lot more women have been not that there hasn't always been women in the industry, there's always been women in the industry, but now
Right.
they're getting a lot more camera time, a lot more notoriety, a lot more shine than they ever have before.
Yes.
We asked you earlier who your favorite women's wrestlers beforehand were, and you named a lot of women during the divas, quote unquote, era of wrestling.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah. So in terms of you being, like a women's wrestler, how do you feel like the association with femininity and tying into professional wrestling has changed over the years? Because during the divas era, it was very villainized to like
Yes.
soft things and pink and glitter and the butterfly title belt that a lot of people either love or
I
hate.
loved that title belt. I will go.
You did.
I loved it. I know everyone else hated it. I loved it. I don't really care if anyone is. I think it was adorable. I loved it. That's just me though.
Do you think that now we're slowly starting to get out of the age where being associated with the softer side of femininity can stop being villainized when it comes to the world of professional wrestling? Like someone like a Chelsea Green or someone like a Tiffany Stratton lately have been giving that kind of Cher from Clueless, Gossip Girl, Legally Blonde type vibes on screen, and they're getting notoriety and they're getting love and they're getting noticed in positive ways. Do we feel like we're out of that archaic dark age of you have to be, like a pick me anti-girls girl or nothing?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're definitely coming into an age where we're allowing everyone to be themselves and accepting that whatever it may be. Like if you want to be a pink girly, okay, let's go, baby. Or if you want to be like, that's not really my vibe, I'm the exact opposite. Okay, baby, yes, ma'am. Shine your own way. Let's go. I think we're all like it's coming to the point where we realize that not everyone has to be the same. We can all be ourselves and express that however we want. And yeah, if you want to be like the Philly Little Miss girly, like yes, ma'am, go for it. Or if you want to be someone like me who's a nerd and just like let's just sit around and read comics all day. Yes, ma'am, let's go. Like however you want to be and whoever you want to be, express that. Doors wide open. We're accepting all of that here now.
Yep.
Who cares if you want to be a girl's girl?
Yep. So before we go, if you could write a letter to your younger self when you first decided to get into the wrestling business, what would you write into this dear younger you? What would you say in the letter?
Don't be afraid to be your authentic self. Like I spent the longest time not telling anyone. Like no one really knew. Like I was a huge gamer or comic book nerd. Like I was so afraid to like be myself because being myself is what got me bullied in school. Just be yourself, kid. Be authentic, be genuine. Like guess what? You're gonna make more friends, letting them know like, hey, I'm into this nerd ass shit. But then not. Like I've made so many more friends like since I've just started being myself and like talk about the stuff that I'm into than I have before. Like I have so many people I text every day like, hey, did you see what comics are dropping this week? Like let's read them and talk about it. Or like, yo, have you finished this Marvel show yet? What are your thoughts and theories about how this is tying into the next thing? Because I'm so, oh my God. I literally have texted people pages, or like my friend Raylan, we were talking about X-Men 97 and I sent him like 12 or 13 voice messages back to back talking about how I thought it was tying into the new MCU because calling him out a little bit here. He waited forever to watch that show. And yeah, I love him though. He's watched it now, so we're fine. Yeah, like just be yourself. Be yourself and don't be afraid to like put yourself out there and meet people and make friends.
Okay.
Mila, thank you honestly like so much.
No, I'm sorry. I know I rambled a lot. It's
No, we're good. We're about to wrap up.
I got ADHD and autism. We be glad that we have been here another 3 hours. 3 hours, but he got to go to sleep, and so do you, because you have a bright future ahead of you.
I gotta go to cookout first.
Rest, girl. But legitimately, thank you so much for spending your time here with us. We know that
thank you guys for having me.
No problem. I'm so glad to have it. I'm teaching this awesome lady the ropes and showing her, the right way to go down the route of a professional indie world.
And you're such a good teacher. She's killed it.
Thank you.
I told her this is her first day of Dudes at Ringside University, and I think she gets a good.
Oh my God, I chase you because I love that for you.
She gets the gold star with the red glasses today.
I am Thea Hale. I am Thea
I
Hale.
love her energy so much. She's just so happy.
She is my spirit animal. And Miss Mila, with all the love in the world, thank you so much for being my very first real delve into the indie scene. I don't think it could have been
I'm honored. I'm so honored to have been your first.
And from the 13-year-old girl that lives deep in my heart to everyone that I know that is going to be seeing you in years to come, Miss Mila, you are incredibly talented and intelligent and well-spoken and kind-hearted. And I cannot wait to see the rocket that is strapped to you and the success that will come. We love you here.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
No problem. Well, as I always say, just remember, hashtag support independent wrestling, support wrestling, follow her. If you've never been to an indie show and you're watching this thing, welcome aboard. Just go out, and if you're in New York and you want to go to a show, look for like an NYWC. Look for some Hog. Look for people that you've never go. Buy a ticket. Just sit. You don't have to sit ringside. You could sit general admission. Just sit there. And I'm Joe Panther III.
My name is Chrissy Tina.
And I'm Mila Johnson.
And we will catch you in the next one.